why someone from Clubhouse called her job and said she likes to kill black children? Can you imagine him having to explain that to his wife? That's why I said, what Shaw did was probably wrong, right? But there's two sides. He's on this app telling people his wife is a murdering OBGYN.
Does she perform abortions?
You know, she's an OBGYN. All OBGYNs do.
That's not true.
Actually, it is true. This is why
OBGYNs work for Catholic hospital. We're talking about.
Yeah, Catholic hospitals perform abortions, Keegan. Are you okay?
Hello? Are you okay? That's not true at all.
Yes, it is. They try to talk you out of it, but they do perform abortions. I went to a Catholic place at first to get my ultrasound for free when I was pregnant. That was the first place I went. And they gave me abortion options and options of life. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but you're wrong right now. Okay, just chill. Anyways, you guys, I'm just saying, imagine him having to explain to his wife how people on Clubhouse even know where she works and what she does and how she looks and her name.
I feel like that she probably knows what she signed up for.
All I want to say is I did just look up my Catholic hospital that's right next to me. It says they do not perform elective abortions because it's a Catholic affiliation. So that's fine.
Did you hear what you said?
The rest of the country don't live right around the corner for you, Keegan. So, like we said, we're not. You're derailing the room. We're not going down this road. So again, at the end of the day, the whole point, and you could actually learn from this, Keegan. You could actually learn from a lot of what actually transpired here. Keegan, you could actually learn a lot from what is being discussed, Keegan, because you like to antagonize people a lot. And you also like to talk a lot of your business.
Why is he always in red?
Didn't you make a room literally about my wife?
Because you talk too much and you antagonize people. That's the whole point.
Yeah, no. Why would you do that?
And Monica made a room about my son. You were her best friend.
That was Tommy.
No, that was Monica that hosted the room and asked her to come in. And I know this because the fashions have the proof. Because Tommy sent the message to Monica wrote on Telegram.
You know what I did that? It's not my business, not my circus.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what we got to say about Keegan's wife.
I told you everything. She home right there.
About what?
Well, I told you the other day that she was in that home and was being recorded.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I told you.
We already said.
She never come to conclusion. She get the full answer and the full story purpose.
Girl, I'm nosy and I don't care. I know what I'm doing. Y'all worry about y'all. Worry about what y'all got going on. Don't worry about me.
I'm worried about this thing.
Go do your own damn recap.
Aren't you worried about Nora?
No, not no more.
Oh, just
She lied. She lied. And Diego set her ass up.
But isn't that their business? Like you're saying, everyone should worry about their
It is their business. It is their business.
You know, Keegan, you got into it with the same person that went after that man's wife. So, like I said, be quiet. You should be doing more listening than talking, okay? You should be doing, because you're one comment away from that same damn person, and she ever decides to come back onto this app for you to be in the same situation. Be quiet.
Well, I don't say my wife is like
How do you know that?
Excuse,
That's what I'm saying. My wife loves black babies.
excuse me, Dr. Jazzy.
My family loves white babies. They love all babies, you dumb bitch.
Well,
You sound stupid as fuck.
well, Black Lives Matter, though. I'm not talking about
All lives matter, Keegan. All lives matter.
Be careful what y'all saying.
What do you mean? People only need to be either they should get off the app or just stand 10 toes down on everything that you say.
Yeah.
What do you want to say? Because
Just mind your fucking business.
well, you can check my back channel.
But then no
Just
looking
making
at
fun of that
that.
person. Oscar was like, be careful what y'all say, because we got Edmund in the room.
Yeah, but this room's on replay.
No. The room
They're retarded. That's what I wanted to say to you. They're retarded.
with the recap of what has happened.
I mean, the room is on replay already, so you can listen to it later. But she was ranting like right now. You're mad watching the whole time. And I thought that you would think it was funny.
I know it's kind of funny because this is like her competitive reframing, and
This is what she does every morning. This is her NLP.
yeah, this is her. This is her.
I
outfit.
had this other idea. I mean, this is so much work involved in this idea. I don't think either of us are going to do this. But I did have an idea where you like could create a new conversation. It would involve a lot of editing. But you know, there's so many funny things. One of the funniest things that you came up with was that day that you were reading to me that list of things. Remember, it was like album titles or something.
Yeah, things I've heard. Yeah,
Things you've heard, and it was just the craziest shit.
I mean, you could have. Yeah,
If you could like build a new conversation, maybe like a 5 or 10 second interaction where one person says like something outlandish, and then the other person responds with like, "Why don't you come over here and wash my back?" Boom. Then it's like the end. You know, there's your logo. Like mememovie.com. That's the whole movie.
what up, Abby? Abby's in my other room.
So she was like creating, for a while, she was creating a lot of things that I was thinking, wow, that was a great line. Like that one line. That could be like a 4-second video. That could be like a TikTok video.
I hear you. Abby, welcome to the Meme Podcast. We are deconstructing Jazzy's brilliance.
I shouted you out.
What did you say?
I had this one recording. Remember when me, you, Princessia, and I just...
Oh, that was the other thing. Yes, sorry, Abby, but continue. That was the other thing, Edmund, is that one of your recordings featured prominently. Abby can tell it. But Abby was like, shout out to Edmund, and I wrote in the chat, thank God for Edmund, and everybody was like, oh, that's Edmund's recording. Abby said, well, I was in Edmund's room, so there's a replay. And everybody was like, oh, yeah, of course, Edmund's replay.
I mean, they got all of that because of you.
Well, Jazzy's right about that chillism room. That is one of the dumbest rooms. I mean, I'm almost sure that Nathan has a traumatic brain injury, and it really is such a circular conversation in there, and it's just been going on for so long. I go in every room now and I say low IQ dumb people talking about nothing, wasting time, but that room is particularly toxic. But let's go back to hear what Dr. Jazzy has said, because Dr. Don, you've been banned.
Go down.
Go down.
Hi, Dr. Jazzy. I'm wondering if we could get a recap of your executive orders. Thank you.
Yes, the recap of my executive orders. Executive order number 1, Doc is going to rehab, and Doc is getting the fuck out of my space. He will be blocked. Along in that same executive order, Keegan was a bonus block. He is now blocked. The only way Keegan will get unblocked is if I receive $150 from Cash App. Please record this. I hope this is being recorded. Replays are on.
So cheap, Jazzy. Double it.
No, 150. I don't even think they have that.
You hear that, Doctor? You're
Okay,
banned.
so if I put 300, they'll be really broke. Number 2.
Oh, you blocked him again?
Yes.
Oh, good. It's going to be a good, quiet next few months.
Yes,
What? That was your loud ass mic.
If I see, or if anyone sees Nora talking to Norm, please let me know. I'm telling Diego.
Well, I was in a room with Norm, and Nora came in, and Nora immediately started crying and playing the victim card, but it was like she was trying to play an actress role. So Norm was so shocked and put off and felt uncomfortable. He left, and then shortly thereafter I left. But yeah, I mean, if their lips are moving, they're lying. If you can say it, it is not true.
That was there.
What's you talking about me? Oh, be snuffling.
Zach,
What?
normal or not?
I did have something normal to say. A while ago when you were in the middle of your recap, you were like, I understood about halfway through what was happening, and then I realized that you weren't really open to, or not, you are open, you're open to discussion, but you weren't looking for discussion at the time because you had your notes, and you were going through your notes, and once I realized that, I was like, oh, okay, she's doing a thing here. But I would say that, and no, I appreciate that. I was like, you're doing a thing. But I did have one thought, which is that, and I realized it was like a lot of kind of mostly for humor, and if I talk about it too much, I ruin the joke. But I think that you could always just consider like not interacting with stupid morons. That was what I was gonna say. Or don't antagonize. A lot of this like blocking, you could just like, we could just be kind to each other, and everybody could be respectful and follow the rules.
It's not working, Zach. It's not working. It's not working. It's only escalating. So again, this is the final warning. The final fucking warning.
What did Doc do? Is he just annoying? Is that it? Is he just annoying?
Well, I was in chillism talking, and he came up and said, I'm always talking about his kid. I don't know. I didn't know Doc had kids.
Oh, you're not talking about. Are you talking about
Doc, this drunk, wrinkly faced man right next to
the
you.
drunk pirate? Okay, he's on stage.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, him.
Yeah, Rick Van Winkle.
Mm-hmm. Doc, the executive order for you is that you are banned from my spaces. Any room I'm moderated in, you will no longer be in. You're only in this one, so you can know. I just blocked you again.
Oh, I heard. I ain't putting no cash up in your fat ass account.
Oh no, there is no price for you. The price for you. There's no amount of money that will get you unblocked, bitch. It's permanent.
Dude, I hear you in like 5 other rooms.
Permanente. Farmeando. Forever.
Well, but were you talking about his kids?
What kids?
He came up on stage and said that you were talking about his kids.
Do you know Doctor have any children?
I don't think so.
Right.
So he was talking about your kids.
Yes. He called my kid retarded.
Oh, but he's a drunk idiot.
No, you said that.
I never told you my son was retarded.
Okay.
But can it just be that he's an idiot?
What are you saying right now?
Well, this is it. When you were like, oh, stop talking about people's spouses, stop talking about people's kids, you need to be better. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and mute up.
Have I ever talked about your family?
No, but I
Right, and I have another question.
All right.
Have you ever talked about mine?
Well, yes, because many times I would say, I fuck your mama, and I would think that would be like a jovial thing, where I'm not actually talking about your mom.
Right.
I've never even met you. But I think
you never talked about my family, so I've never talked about yours. I think that's how I know. Okay, well now I'm going to talk about your fucking wig wearing mama. That's what you want, right?
Oh my god.
So could you please, Dr. Jasmine, could you please give us the full recap of your executive orders? Because I hereby salute and reaffirm your decision to never go into chillism again, that it's a bunch of low IQ dumb people that talk about nothing and waste their time for years now. And Talia, who went around this app claiming she was a Jew for the longest time, is now one of the chief ringleaders of the dumbest rooms in human history.
And yeah, she's like a black lady. Right?
She's a baby, so is what she is.
Shoki fucked her a nigga on a FaceTime call. A Jewish naked FaceTime call. She was on. Shoki called her and some other black girl a nigga. That shit is hilarious. It's not funny. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's funny because she doesn't like black people.
And one of the most toxic people I've ever heard in my life, his name is Lion. I don't know if you know that truck driving piece of shit, but he is one human piece of shit.
What's wrong with Lion? What did he do to you?
Well, I don't know if you guys got the point, but it's a low IQ dumb room full of stupid people that talk about nothing all the time. And Lion is one of the chief stupidest people you will ever meet in your life. And he's toxic and he's a real piece of shit.
Oh, I don't know.
Is he?
Yeah, Dr. Lion, you know he's a fucking intellectual. He's a fucking genius, this guy. He's a real fucking brilliant human being.
All right, you don't like him, I get it.
Just so you know, I sent you your closing song that you guys play, and it comes along with the rest.
I see it. Oops, I see it.
So wait, what were your executive orders? What were your executive orders on Diego and his terrorist bride Nora?
Well, if anyone sees Nora talking to Norm, I must be notified immediately.
Why can't Nora talk to Norm?
Do not talk to Norm because Diego said if Nora talks to Norm again, that he will not talk to her.
I can't believe Doc said he has kids and he
How is it possible you still have? I feel like the chirping smoke alarm for black people now is just like a cultural point of pride. Like you guys are not changing your smoke alarm.
I'm gonna drop you. The replays are on. Everyone's gonna see how racist you are. Yeah, everyone's gonna see how racist you are, Dad.
You have to change your smoke alarm battery.
I don't have to do nothing but say
I
like
would
we
feel
die.
like if I was up here.
Zach, don't you know it's not a black room unless somebody has a smoke detector beeping?
I'm gonna get a donation from somebody.
Zach, it's like background music now for people. It's ASMR
Oh,
for
you
these
know what?
people.
We will be recapping next week how straight men get tricked by transgenders. We can start.
Oh yeah.
Zach got tricked by a transgender, everyone. He slept with it and said its pussy was too shallow, and that's how he knew it was a man.
That pussy wasn't deep enough?
You're not supposed to say it, I don't think.
We will be recapping it and more.
I love it.
So, Dr. Jazzy, this is technically a roast, but are you willing to ever be the subject of a roast?
Yeah, we do have to give Jazzy. We have to give Chicago Cheeseburger a little bit of a shout out. He provided some good content.
Yeah, you're valuable for this reason and this reason only. If you want to take it to other platforms, that's stupid.
Wasn't it Prince that had running with the transgender?
Yes. What's that, JD?
In Florida.
I did not know that.
He was also raped by his uncle.
He letting everybody's business out. Like this is crazy.
I know. But Jazzy, do you remember the boss from Florida?
Yeah, Brett. Him too.
I'm pretty sure I'm not making this up.
It happens. I don't know how it's.
Who was it 2 weeks ago that got a ride from somebody and got a blowjob?
They didn't know if it was a man or a woman.
That was
They were like,
It was 2 years ago that he did that.
allegedly.
That was who?
Brett.
Florida man?
To a lot of people.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So that's the second occurrence.
What was the first one?
He came home from a bar and ended up finger banging the tranny in front of like his.
Oh, that's what you're right.
That's a second occurrence. Yo, what is going on? What the hell is going on?
This white guy, man.
Well, the prince isn't white.
Brett is Jewish.
Don't you know he serves as a soldier in the IDF?
Your wife, me.
Rick says he's white and he's Jewish, so I'm gonna tell y'all that y'all are white. You're white.
Prince is an Arab, yeah.
So,
Arabs are white.
No, that you think he's doing Yeah. Wait, I said I did not. I did not. Look, if I want, there's gay, it's fine to be gay, but I'm not gay.
Are you though?
I think Dolph protests.
I'm not. As I said, I told your mama.
I'm sorry, if you take one tire, you're not a mechanic, you suck one cock, you're a faggot for life.
yep, Zach, I agree.
What if you stick your finger in one child's window?
Whoa.
And also, Zach, plenty of gay people have sex with women.
So what is your point there?
If you stick your finger in a transgender,
Read the chat.
The point is, Zach, you said, you would F Jazzy's mama, but I'm saying gay people have sex with women too.
Okay, how do you think AIDS became not gay and like crossed, the threshold? I want to do the waiver.
I'm about to.
Yeah, are you going to actually also maybe start recording and putting on YouTube? Because to just leave replays on, it's nobody goes back to listen to any of this shit, and it deletes after 10 rooms. So if you're going to do a proper roast, put it on YouTube so everyone can enjoy it.
This is the thing. I'm not putting this on YouTube. I don't want to be on YouTube.
Why not?
What the, bro? That's y'all. Y'all want to be content creators. I got enough shit going on. I don't need nothing else on my plate. I don't want to feel obligated to do this. I want to do it on my own terms. Okay? Leave me alone.
So but the point is, you're not killing 2 or 3 birds with one stone. You're losing a huge opportunity because this is a fucking forest where a tree falls and no one hears it. This is a black hole. I mean, you and Oscar are essentially the Black Brothers of the Abyss.
No one likes Clubhouse anymore. If they wanted to be here, they would be here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you're making this a big deal. It's not that serious.
John, are you able to save these replays and upload them to YouTube?
I mean, I'm live streaming it right now, but it needs to come from Dr. Jazzy's perspective.
You know what? You're getting off. Bye. See you later.
9:18:56.
I did it real quick.
It's a burrow.
It's a bird. It's not even
It's a
a bird.
It's a suburb.
It's distinctly not a bird.
It's distinctly a suburb. Question. You have to cross the bridge to get there? Suburb.
Depending where you come from.
Suburb.
Depends where you go.
Suburb.
Depends where you go from. street and not get hit by a car.
People get hit by cars all the time in numbers. No.
Yeah, but the
One time, for me, this guy ran over a kid on a bicycle. The kid died.
Oh dear Lord Jesus.
Matt, why are you so grotesque?
It's talking to you, not more. It's more like shock.
I'm glad you figured that out, Rabbi.
Of course.
Hey man, are you on what I think is a Jewish dating app called Luke?
What is that?
Not you, man. I would not encourage any of you. No.
Actually, you both should be on Lou.
No, man. Not New York. Rabbi Matt.
No, there's a demographic of Jews that fit New York Matt's criteria.
Yeah, but I don't think they're on Luke.
No, they are.
Why are you calling him New York? You said Atlanta, man. Because he lives there. Oh, he's in New York.
It's first of all, it's Manhattan now.
Yeah, anyhow, Rabbi Matt, you should get on it because, well, there's lots of opportunity on there that isn't appropriate for me. It's almost all appropriate for you. So you should.
That's because of your network.
What even is it?
Matt, I'm gonna invite you.
Okay.
What even is it?
It's like stuff it's mostly for from people, but like
What's it from people?
religious. But it's not necessarily, it depends on who's in your network.
Do they have a Jewish dating app for network?
That's redundant.
I think they do. Something I am certainly not on though.
Because like I only date 11s. I don't network.
Would you say Raya is?
No, because Raya's not religious. If you're going through like a matchmaker, then you're in that like Rena category. Like if you're getting if you're going into like Alicia Benchalone's private stuff, like she costs money to get her service.
I'll ask them on it.
And those people, the people that really want to use it are not on the internet because they don't use electronics.
Do they have one with girls at 85 and a billionaire? A heart condition?
See, but Rita, I got one of those for you. You really don't.
True. Just
He goes to my show. A lovely 70-something-year-old man. His name
Yo,
is
Zach.
Norm also knows him.
It's kind of funny because it's like it's like the Jazzy Show, you know, and it's just stupid. It's like it is essentially exactly what is a low IQ dumb person talking about nothing.
Right.
I mean,
It's
what
a
it
low
is.
IQ dumb person talking about nothing, wasting time. And yeah, they're quite stupid. I mean, as soon as you were kicked, then Doc unmuted to say, you've known the guy for 3 years. He's like, if Edmund's in the room, you can pretty much assume that it's probably being Lot, and then he got kicked out. And she was like, this is the last day for Doc, that Doc will be unblocked, and fuck Edmund, and, yeah, it's just so stupid. But she was saying some things that were objectively funny.
Yeah.
Just as like playing the angry black lady trope, and I was imagining her as a cartoon character.
The Dr. Jazzy World Premiere Movie Podcast 2025.
Alan, do you just pretend you're retarded, or are you actually retarded?
No, I just pretend.
Okay, thank God. Okay, just needed to confirm.
I know. It's like I'm sorry. I never come off as like maybe a little slow, right? But I'm truly not. I promise you. I say like
video game.
Oh my god, dude. Really? No offense, but none taken. I mean, I'm in my early 30s.
Well, yeah, so you shouldn't sound like a grizzled old man.
Well, I mean, I'm a social smoker. Like I smoke joints. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I'm a chronic smoker. Like, I have a problem. So maybe that's what it is for me. I'm not sure.
I think that's the raspiness. I mean, this is my natural voice. I get a lot of times, like, people say I talk slow. And that's maybe why people assume that, like, oh, is he slow? But, like, I speak slowly and clearly. I don't know.
Zach, there's this gay guy at this local bar that I go to, and I'm friends with him and this other girl named Michelle, and we all smoke weed together. And I was telling the gay guy, I was like, you smoke an awful lot. I was like, have you ever thought about doing hypnosis to try, to prevent smoking, to stop smoking? He goes, oh, that shit doesn't work. And I said, well, you know what you're doing when you're listening to a hypnosis record about, stopping smoking? He goes, what? I was like, you're not smoking while you're listening to the hypnosis. He goes, oh, shut the fuck up.
I quit cigarettes again today.
Good.
I quit.
Good.
Yes. Look, there's these two guys smoking right now. I'm in my car. There's three. This guy's holding a lighter. This is a sign from Hashem. There are 4 people in my vicinity. 2, this guy's a fat fuck. That guy is old and looks sad. This other guy looks homeless. And then a guy walked by and he carrying a lighter. Everybody is smoking, and I'm not. Praise G.
Good. Yeah, cigarettes are smoking just in general is bad, but at least with cannabis, it's I don't know, it's all the same shit to tell you the truth.
Yeah, the smoking the weed is not good, but at least there's some sort of benefit. And sometimes, I mean, smoking cigarettes, this is almost embarrassing to admit out loud, but sometimes there's like a pain. Like it's not a comfortable thing, to smoke.
Yeah, well, you're killing yourself.
I have lung cancer.
No, don't say such things. Don't you know how stupidly irascible that is?
I hope I don't.
So I was working on tarot cards yesterday and putting up videos on Instagram and YouTube, and I think it's like a pretty worthwhile thing to do. I'm doing green screens with photographs of the tarot cards, and the tarot cards really are beautiful. I mean, the woman who designed these for Aleister Crowley was like a true artist. It is remarkable. Welcome, Danny, to the room. This is Low IQ Dumb People Wasting Time. Danny is really irascible and really annoying sometimes, but I think she's very funny. I think everybody is actually very funny on this app, and I just wish people would be willing to like frame themselves and create like an actual hour-long video of their roast or a roast of someone else. It's too bad people don't want to do that, but that's life. You can drag the camel to the well, but you can't force the camel to drink. But Chris, I do want to do more stock market analysis. I used to spend a lot of time, like I would actually sit down and like actually do analysis and review stocks and like create videos.
You should. We could chop it up about stocks. Yeah, man, this has been a crazy month. I've been making money off all the sell-offs from S&P. And the best play I made this month was a 245 Apple puts expiring March 21st. Expiring March 21st. I just sold them today at $24 a contract. And I bought them at $3 a contract back in February.
Wow.
won $12,000 for the week.
Wow.
The whole month I won $25,000.
Wow.
And I started. I mean, this is just a flip, right? I started with about 2-3 grand. I've been trading for like 8 years, on and off. I came from currencies, and then I switched over to options, and then my company. I do play the long game too, with like ETFs, and I maxed out my 401k. So I got long-term assets, and then I play with this Roth account, and I just do options. It's fun. I like it. I don't know. I like finance. I like finance and geopolitics, and I don't know if you heard today. Trump added an additional 25% on the tariffs for steel and aluminum. Canadian steel and aluminum, 50%. Other than trading, man, I'm working on getting my love life back intact.
Nice.
All work and no play makes a man great. So that's like one area of my life that I kind of put on the back burner because I've just been making money and doing self-development. So I got on Bumble, and I have 6 likes. I just can't see them because I don't pay for the premium.
Well, now you got the money and the self-development, to get the honey.
Yeah, like that's what it's about, man. At the end of the day, we want to get laid and paid. I'm sure they told the older guys, man, that I want to be in a long-term relationship. So, looking for more something serious rather than hookups.
Well, the thing is, you got to know that the car runs before you decide to get into a long-term lease. Everybody wants to be in a long-term relationship, but many of these supposed long-term relationships are just short-term relationships, and you never know which one is which.
That's true. And it really feels like relationships don't last long anymore. Everything is more for like a novelty experience. It's like when you meet someone new.
Yeah.
You get into that, I guess that stage. And once that leaves, then people are quick to just like move on to the next person or the next thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a dopamine thing?
It is. It's totally dopamine. It's literally like Clubhouse, but for people that do dating. And so therefore, most of the people you meet are actually just short-term dopamine addicts, and your relationship is not a relationship. What you're really doing is just providing short-term dopamine for that person. And, essentially they're using you for dopamine. And I can detect it all the time where you're just like, you don't use Clubhouse, so you don't understand that you're getting high off of this interaction. But what you're really doing is just using me, and it's wasting my time. Because if there's no honey, there's no comb. If there's no honeycomb, there's no queen. And just a lot of these ladies are just harvesting nectar from your flower, is what's happening. And, the opposite should be true, where we're the bumblebee drone going to harvest nectar from her flower. But instead, she reverses it, and you become the flower. She becomes the harvester. A good woman is like a queen bee. She lets the drones do all the work for her. That's smart. But the thing is, you have to talk to women, say, hey, I'm not your drone. Like, I'm the king bee. And you may be the queen bee, but you work for me in my kingdom, not the other way around. If you think it's the other way around, then this communication is a waste of my time, and I wish you well. I think if you're really clear with a woman and you properly define the roles in the beginning on the first date, you can determine whether or not that person is capable of being in a relationship with you or if they even want to be. I don't know. I'm just tired of playing these games because it's like I could go out on 10 dates, provide a nice dinner and setting for 10 of those people and get no love and just get, a credit card bill. And I'm just done with that game. Basically, having a sailboat cuts down a lot of the bullshit because, bitch, get in a bikini. Let me see how fucking ugly you are. And then and then I'll know right away whether I'm wasting my time. It's like the boat drops the panties. That's what I'm saying. If you can keep saving your money and get yourself a boat, like a cheap piece of shit even, it filters a lot of bitches. It provides a great filtration system because it just cuts down on the time that you waste with people. Because the dopamine you're providing an incredible dopamine experience for someone.
And the thing is, the dopamine that a boat provides, bitches always come back. Women always come back.
No, they don't come back. They get their hit and they leave and they go, okay, I'm going to move on to the next dopamine. I'm telling you, people are just dopamine addicts.
I mean, they do like to have a guy that has a boat on deck, right? That they can call them.
Yeah, that's true, because they want the setting. But once they get a taste of a shitty boat and they're hot, they say, I should be getting on the bigger boats with the richer men. The game never ends. All is fair in love and war, and that's what happens. Because I've been with plenty of beautiful girls on my boat, but they only come once, and then they go on to the bigger boats. And then they hit you up and they say, can you put me on a monthly paycheck? I'm serious. You're like, are you fucking retarded? They're like, yeah, sugar daddy. They're like, I need a monthly nut. I'm like, I'm a poor college student. You're like, oh, well, good luck with all that. Take care.
Have you had women ask you to be put on,
yeah. Yeah, I can provide affection, but I don't want to date, but I also still need money. You're just like, I'm so turned off by that it's like, I'd like to say things like, I hope you have a heart attack and you fucking die. Like, go to hell, you sick piece of shit. Like, nobody, it's like, that's because that is implying that you're a bitch, and it's like, it's insulting. It's like, okay, like, I'm a real person. Like, if you want real affection, real love, real respect, like, you're disrespecting me right now. And you're making yourself into a piece of trash. You're a whore now. So there's no respect there. And, if you are really centered in yourself, meaning that like you have great awareness and mindfulness, when somebody projects that onto you, it's totally insulting. So anyways, that's what it is.
I agree with you. I think that's very distasteful. Like, I don't like women that beg like that.
I'm just a poor college student. I can give you affection, but I need money.
Okay, well, do you know what dating is? Do you know what a relationship is? Do you know, what caring for, like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just totally transactional and it's sick, but, just fucking run from people like that because they're technically parasitic vampires. That's what they are.
I agree. I'm usually not direct when I get those questions. Like, can you thing? I'm just like, I don't know. We'll see. Like, that's usually my answer, and I never respond again, and I just move on.
Yeah, the fact that people even put it in chat messages is like crazy, but
it is. The fuck?
They're just harvesting. They're fucking.
A Cash App or something. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Do you know how many women I've come across that put their Cash App on their dating profiles? Like,
I know. It's fucking so crazy.
And I'm like, you can't be serious. Like, what the fuck?
I saw a girl today. She put her OnlyFans on her Hinge account. I was like, what?
Oh, I believe that. Yeah, you get a lot of that.
How is that not a violation of the terms of service? Let alone you have guys that choose their gender as women, and then it's like, why do the dating apps allow men to fucking say they're women? Like, that's total violation. I mean, Trump should fucking look at these dating apps and be like, okay, we're not going to allow you to allow men to continue to represent as women. No, because as a straight man, when you're looking for a woman, it's like, you know, there should be a class action lawsuit, really. If I was a lawyer, I fucking would do so many class action lawsuits.
You know, that's a good question. With the law that he passed, stating that there's two genders, how does that translate to the dating apps if you have a transgender person falsifying their gender on the app? Can you like legally press any charges on that? Like, I wonder how that would work. That's
what I say. You could sue for a class action, or if a state authority wanted to take charge, they could sue the dating app. But you know, I don't think it's not on Donald Trump's radar, because it's just there's too many important issues at hand that is one of the lower totem pole issues.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a quick buck. Yeah.
It would be, yeah. The stock would fucking lose like $100 billion in $100 million in market cap. Boo Boo wants to say something. Welcome, Boo Boo.
Why the fuck are you bullying Christy, you dickhead?
Because that's not a man. I mean, that's not a woman. It's a trans.
Yeah, but who cares? Even if it was a trans, who cares? I don't give a fuck.
But I don't have a profile going. That's not me that has the shadow profile. That's somebody else. I'm not doing that.
Are you sure?
I'm fucking sure, mate. You think I've got enough fucking time and patience to go around with a fucking fake app, fucking profile, and make fun of some fuck that I don't give a fuck about? And you come into my room and tell me what the fuck am I bullying someone when it's you who came in here to fucking bully me? You're bullying me, Boo Boo. You're projecting the bullying onto me. You fucking worthless tosser. Go back to your property management job and your single life with your babies, sucking up all the welfare from the fucking King's Court. You're pathetic. You're pathetic, Boo Boo. Go take care of your baby. Pathetic.
You got it, little whack.
I'm going to come to London town and make sweet love to all those British women that can't seem to be fulfilled in life like yourself. Unhappy and ungrateful.
I don't want them hairy, hunchback, hairy Jewish nose having bit.
It's called grateful. You're not grateful, you're ungrateful, and you're an ungrateful person. You're a despicable human. You should get off this app and take care of your baby.
My babies have a nanny. Her name is Winifred.
Winifred? Oh, how fancy. She got a nanny. Like a fucking... Oh, what's that play called?
Nanny McPhee?
No, what is that thing with the chimney sweeper?
Oh, the umbrella. Don't fall, sugar. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Medicine go down.
What was that called?
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Fucking Mary Poppins. You pop in, you pop out, you tell me I'm abusing people, then you run away, you fuck off.
So welcome back to another episode of Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing, wasting time.
I had fun.
Hello?
This is working today. I'm sure they will have their download shortly, and they will know how to come up and repeat the same talking points.
Damn. As we check on this, CNBC tells me that the Dow is down 300 points.
Feeding from ChatGPT. If you disagree with ChatGPT. Objectivism presupposes that the world exists as it is, regardless of what anyone perceives, feels, or believes about it. So you're not being even in line with objectivism. Reality is objective.
That's what I always tell him. He's not a good objectivist.
It is not. It's best but emotions. So I don't care what you think. It does rest on presuppositions.
So I always tell him he's not a good objectivist.
The cosmology rests on presuppositions.
I would say it doesn't.
It doesn't.
I know you're saying. Okay. Ask ChatGPT this.
understanding the nature of epistemology. Claim that reason is self-evident and not dependent on presuppositions. It's itself a presupposition.
Okay, ask it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay? So yeah, reason number one. Reason as presupposition. Your friend assumes that one, reason is valid. Two, our minds are capable of grasping objective reality through reason. Three, the laws of logic are universally true and necessary. Okay? But why should we accept these things as unquestionable? We cannot prove reason's validity without using reason.
Exactly.
Circular reasoning and a logical fallacy.
Which is exactly what I said.
And number two, the assumption that our cognition aligns with reality is a metaphysical presupposition, one that must be taken on faith or justified by further assumptions. Even Aristotle, who laid the foundations for rational thought, did not prove the validity of reason. He assumed it as a necessary starting point.
Here's the psychological issue that has the contradiction. Simon, your reason with reason. Simon, your psychological hang-up is that you're not comfortable admitting the presupposition. That's what we have to get at.
But you're not comfortable things, and just like Alex, because I said it earlier, it is circular reasoning, and circular reasoning is a logical fallacy, by the way. So if you're claiming, you're presupposing the logical nature of your argument. In other words, you're presupposing.
Yeah, but we can go even further. So we take the second point then. The Munchausen trilemma, why all epistemology rests on assumptions. So German philosopher Hans Albert described a fundamental problem in epistemology called the Munchausen trilemma, which shows that any attempt to justify knowledge leads to three opinions, all problematic. The first one is infinite regress. Every justification requires another justification, leading to endless chains. Reason is valid because, right? And then number two, circular reasoning, using reason to justify reason.
Zion!
Reason is valid because it's reasonable.
Well, that's why it's an axiomatic concept.
Yeah, and then third, axiomatic assumption, taking something as self-evident without proof. Reason is just valid. So objectivists have to choose option number three. They assume reason is self-evident, but this is a presupposition like any other epistemology.
You have to just be honest with it, Simon. And so, but to stop worrying about it and roll the ball.
Okay, ask ChatGPT what it thinks.
I can't hear you, man. You got all this conversation outside in the background. What are we doing?
I'm not having a conversation with you. I'm listening to something. What are you doing?
I'm trying to see what's going on in the world with the world of politics, man. What's going on?
I don't know. Go to drudgereport.com to see the news.
It doesn't matter what you see or think about things. So regardless of what you think,
Jazzy's the podcast show, man.
Go to Dr. Jazzy's room. She kicked me.
Regardless of what reason.
Which means that the person has to have the tool before it can be explained to them. You understand?
What?
Whatever you think the definition is, that person has to
I'm in a room listening to low IQ dumb people talk about nothing and waste their time.
It's a circular problem.
Okay, this is why it's self-evident. This is why it is self-evident. Number one, because if you look, the moment you look out into the world, you're using reason. So to say that you have to use reason to prove reason is a contradiction in and of itself.
No,
so, of course, yes, it is. I have to use the tool in order to disprove my tool.
If you're saying reason is the only
No, it's the frog means. Frog means you're racist.
No, it means you're racist.
Are you Christian?
Yep.
Now, but holding that presupposition,
you believe in Jesus Christ?
What do you think a Christian is?
Oh, it cannot be the case. But
Catholics call themselves Christians. Mormons call themselves Christians.
Well, through reason. Yeah, that's called circular reasoning. And if you don't see that, you don't see that.
It's not circular reasoning. It's because you don't hold any axiomatic concepts. If your whole axiom is God, and then therefore everything.
Can you Google what circular reasoning is? Because you are beginning where you are beginning where you are at.
No, baby.
He's
That's not another problem. Google circular reasoning. What's the circular?
Man, you're an ugly motherfucker. God damn, son, just keep
Imagine being born this ugly. Just imagine what it's like for me to be this ugly. You have any idea how horrible this has been?
Well, I'm not
some chicks don't still need a ginger. Some chicks need a ginger.
I'm telling nothing to. I don't object to that.
Just need a little upper lip, man. That shit, man.
Get some lip filler? I'll tell my buddy to get some lip filler.
Presupposing that it's not. The presupposition that things are what they are, regardless of what you think, feel, or whatever about them, is therefore reason, regardless of how you define it, you still believe reason is the only means towards acquiring knowledge. Reason is the only way to mind. That's a very big presupposition.
It's the only faculty.
Trump is doing his thing, man. Trump is doing his thing.
And you don't have a justification for that. Other than something that becomes an axiom, which is a presupposition.
Well, an axiom is a self-evident truth. That's just what an axiom is. So the moment I open my eyes and I look out into the world, it's not like I have to look out and say, oh, I have to choose what I want to see.
But Simon, so what you're presupposing that reason is the only way to acquire. You're presupposing an axiom.
Simon, tell me the method of how you would acquire knowledge. Besides,
but this is now we're getting to the core of it, Simon. Okay, so like either it's a cognitive process or it's a logical framework. If we dive into the logical framework, it's like
it's not a logical framework. It's both.
Okay, but
you have to look out. You have to look out, and then you have to.
But Simon, let's just say it's self-evident for you. Can you say it's self-evident for you in Randy? How would that work? How do you know that he has reason self-evidently? Not yourself, but Randy, another ego. How would you know that?
The fact that he's operating in the world.
No, but that's empirical evidence, which is not self-evident. Empirical things are not self-evident. Anything from the senses is not self-evident. It has to be acquired.
You did not.
It has to be acquired.
You did not read that book.
I understood the book better than you. That's why I'm saying we're better objectives than you.
No, you're not. Reason is the fact that you're able to look out into the world. The reason it's self-evident is because in order to exist, you would have to look out into the world and say, don't.
Motherfucker, I will take that.
It's self-evident.
Okay, no, it's not self-evident.
When you say self-evident, you mean it's a priori, right?
You're not doing it for job.
Okay, a priori, how do you know Randy has?
But they're not doing it for
A priori is in the mind. It starts in the mind. I'm saying.
How about you work with his beliefs? Because he believes in the identity. We're just like a debate.
Welcome back to another episode of Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing and wasting their time. Congratulations, everyone. You've done it.
First of all, you were really jumping into it after you said there's an epistemological, like a strong epistemological stance here, and you really.
Zach, this is why essentially Zen is like kind of supersedes a lot of these things because the now is all important. And the fact that they have these debates using these technical jargon terms just shows to you that they're like not in the now and they're insane and stupid and low IQ. And, you know, that's the way I reframe it. But I think I'm pretty accurate in my assessment that what they're doing is technically hypnotizing themselves with jargon terms, technical terms, and that's all they're really doing.
Any noise in your background fucking working. People have heard it in mine. I've heard it in KB's. I've heard it in everybody else. Never.
Wait, Keegan, you a whole change guy. That's what you do. No.
He needs to lap more around the oil tank than he can fucking his wife. That's why she's getting back down.
I don't think I've got those guys like are consistently just carve through, right? So they're talking to customers. Again, I'm a diagnostic mechanic, so I do wire repairs. I do things that actual body techs, right, don't know how to do. The things that Brad, like I do things that you're licensed to do. I do programming. I do the actual things that matter.
I need some keys for a program.
I'm licensed to program keys. You have to be licensed to program certain keys.
Do you think I need a programmer to work on my car? You think I need?
Yes. Majority of cars.
Amazing.
You know that your engine.
He's got a box. He's got a good one I drive, but he was smart.
What kind of box you use to diagnose me?
I have a Snap-on diagnostic tool. I'm also diagnostic.
If you're gonna call somebody a joke and make fun of them, how cool are you?
What number did I see you got? Give me your best one.
The one that I'm using right now in my hand is in backseat SYS MS 909. And anyone can look that up. The one I have in my hand right now.
At least it's better than the pair of tweezers that you use to jerk your stuff off. At least you're like holding something. Go support your wife. Go actually pay for the bill. She supports me, man. I turned her on.
But that's what I'm saying, right? And I
make her on. I make her on for free. I take 20%, dude. You need your allowance for giving.
Oh my gosh, this is sick, isn't it? It's stupid. It's not interesting, right?
I don't know. It is united.
Oh.
Like a sociological perspective, I think it's kind of interesting. This is what people are doing. They just leave. Come on, this is what it was all for.
I don't think so, because I can go outside right now and I have a pine tree with a lot of birds that sit in there chirping, and I think it's technically like the same thing.
Right.
It's just animals chirping.
It's funny that we went through all this like war and history and struggle to make society the way it is, and then this is what we're doing with our time.
Yeah, but the time is always now, and so essentially, like, I think you're even like presuppositioning the prima causa known as evolution. Like, I think evolution means anything. It's like means psychologically, you know, because like just.
Let me ask you this: how long are we gonna have to see the Black Lives Matter signs? Like the people who still have the Black Lives Matter signs up, those are just gonna be up forever, right?
If they're artwork at this point, yeah, that's all it really is. It's just art.
Yeah, they're just gonna be up forever, basically.
Yeah. I mean, there's a sign close to me that says, "You are beautiful."
Right.
Like that's a much more positive message than, you know, BLM, which essentially means that.
Give me money.
No, it means that our lives didn't matter, so now we're forcing it to matter with the words, and now give me money. Yeah, it's like. Okay, so wait, your life matters. Does that mean we weren't taking care of you? Because supposedly you're assuming that the white people control everything? And the whole premise of it is fucking anti-American propaganda is really what it is. It is communism.
It's anti-American.
Yeah,
it's
anti-American.
Yeah, it's what it is.
It's anti-American, yeah.
It's anti-American.
Yeah, anti-American is the best way to, I think, because it just leaves out everything else. But also then people are anti-nationalistic and they think that that's racism because it's structural racism. So it's like if circular, you know, watermelon logic means anything, you know, that's what it means.
Watermelon logic.
It's kind of funny. It's like, you know, if you're purging your room or roasting people and that's the show, if you kick people or block people or ban people, it's like, there goes your show. If you're really smart at organizing, you let everybody get a little taste, say a little something, and create, you know, the spice melange. If you know, because then it's to your detriment. Like, you do want to capture as much as you can capture and then filter through and see what's, you know, the golden nugget. So that's why and plus I asked Jazzy, I was like, you know, why don't you live stream this to YouTube? She's like, I ain't trying to be famous. And it's like, oh, you're just fucking lazy is what it really is. It's like, you just want the short-term dopamine and you're fucking lazy. And that's what almost everybody's problem is they are unwilling to click a button twice and thus they're lazy. But not you, Zach. You are sewing.
I'm just doing a bunch of random shit.
You are sewing socks, and you are. I saw your other YouTube video, but dude, you got thousands of subscribers. I have been going at this for years and can't break 1,700. For God's sakes, utilize that account, and like read some Lao Tzu Dao De Jing, like just 15-second shorts. It's like, bro, your audience is going to love it. The algorithm is going to love it, and you're going to love it because it's pure wisdom. I mean, instead, you're listening to Jazzy do a roast in the morning when you could have spent some time reading Dao De Jing on YouTube and like actually had real benefits.
I'm prepping. I was spending some time this morning mending my clothing in anticipation of an upcoming class that I'm teaching to a couple fat lesbians about mending clothing.
You shouldn't even frame your customers as fat lesbians. You should just say, my beloved customers.
My beloved customers. I mean, they're not all fat lesbians, I think. They're actually rarely fat lesbians these days because I think they're mostly rejected by the lesbian community, but no matter.
Yeah, I mean, God bless what you do.
Lesbian, lesbian.
I mean, I don't know why you don't just like show people how to like use digital coupons at the grocery store and take people on like a grocery store tour and be like, listen, you fat fucks, this is called the grocery store. Over here is where all the healthy food's at. Come here, let me show you what you can do with it.
That, you know what? That is actually a business that I proposed to my girlfriend. I might start that business and have my girlfriend be the front of it.
It's kind of funny because like I think it would go viral, and people do that grocery store pickup job. It's like the Uber for grocery stores, Carrot or whatever the fuck it is. And it's like, imagine if you could take some fat, just anybody, and be like,
well, it's a real business. I mean, I've met people who have this as a job. The working title that I have for the company that I want her to start, tell me what you think of this, is like maybe fixyourfridge.com, or you could call it Fridge Fixers, or maybe the Pantry Police. The Pantry Police kind of sounds like the Panty Police, so that's a little borderline, but something in the realm of fixing your fridge, policing your pantry, fat people, teaching fat people how to shop, basically. We're going into a fat person's kitchen and pantry and telling them to stop buying the garbage that they're buying.
Yeah, grocery store hypnosis. Are you fat? Do you want to dehypnotize yourself out of being a fat piece of shit? Well, let me take you to the grocery store. No more soda or beer for you, fatty. We're going to the vegetable section, and then we're going to purchase some chicken.
I didn't tell you this, but I was starting the story that way about one time when I made dinner for a friend of mine, the male friend. Maybe this was 10 years ago, and I had a friend over for dinner, and I was cutting up a cabbage, and he said to me, "What is that?" And I said, "It's a cabbage," and he was like, "Oh, I've never seen like a whole one." And he was like, "I've had cabbage like in coleslaw." He was like, "Oh, coleslaw." And I was like, "Yeah, it's like a cabbage." Like I was slicing it up for a salad or something. And he was like, "Oh, I've never seen that before." He was like, 29 at the time. I don't know how old he was at the time, but he's like a 30-year-old man.
You would get along with my mom because she's big into cooking and she knows all that stuff. And it's like I do know very little. Like when I was dating this chick that I was in love with, like we were cooking. I was helping and cleaning. It was like the happiest I'd ever been. She was technically vegetarian, and it was like it was great having a relationship and cooking meals and enjoying what you cooked and making love afterwards or before. Because who likes to fuck with a full stomach?
That's true. You gotta fuck first.
Yeah.
So I just bought a bunch of yarn from the yarn store.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna make a.
Well, I'm fixing my clothing. I mean, I don't know what you do for fashion. Do you have a uniform? I mean, I have a uniform.
What do you think? I work for the Third Reich or something? I mean, I got board shorts and T-shirts.
Right, that's your uniform.
Yeah.
And so, do you ever I guess T-shirts, you don't really mend a T-shirt. You just let it have a hole.
No, you can just sew it with fucking, when you buy a needle and a thread, it comes pre-threaded now, and but it's just one needle and one piece of string, and then you just sew it up.
Right. Well, there you go. But if it's if it's a different type of thing, like if it's denim, there's ways to do it. There's ways to do it in a nicer way.
Yeah, but on a T-shirt, anyways. Yeah, I got a lot of shit that
I'm
easy to
doing. I'm
fix.
teaching a mending class, and I got a new book, Mending with Love: Creative Repairs for Your Favorite Things by Noriko Misumi. Project H. Use a square running stitch around the outside of the hole. Weave the yarn vertically across. Weave the weft. Anchor the yarn. Using different yarn. Then do this. Great.
Are you going to go to Purim? Are you going to read the Megillah?
Oh, yeah, Purim. I should go. Fuck, I should do that. I'm going to my Talmud class tonight.
I once did this Chabad class on how to build a mikvah. Oh my gosh. I was like, when they get into all the technical stuff, it's so boring. And so one time during the class, the rabbi's like, it has to be pure rainwater to fill up the base of the mikvah. And he's like, and that rainwater will stay in the mikvah forever. And I was like, so wait a minute. I was like, that original rainwater, I was like, it's not going to evaporate. It's not going to eventually get pumped out. He's like, no, it will stay in there forever. And I was like, are you listening to yourself? But never mind. Let's continue.
Yeah. Yeah, he was explaining to me the theory of the mikvah, how they have some pipe that pumps the water or something.
It's interesting because baptism is, it's ancient. And in Israel and other places, they have these ancient baths, where people would go and clean themselves and spiritually purify themselves. So it is a good thing to do. But I just jump in the hot bathtub every night. And I'm just like, here's my baptism. Or here's my mikvah.
Anyway, I'm sure there are plenty of low.
I know, but you and me are the new content. We are the low IQ dumb people talking about nothing, wasting time. I mean, that's the way it is.
Wasting time. I am definitely feeling my brain. I mean, I could be thinking right now. So that's one thing. I'm not thinking. But you know what they say? Stop thinking and have your problems. So,
You could be right. Listening to you walk up a set of stairs could be a bigger waste of time than listening to Randy talk about epistemology.
well, I mean, we're essentially on the phone. I went to buy yarn. I'm going to go fix more yarn things. And then I'm going to go teach this kid how to drive. And then I'm going to go to the Talmud class. That's it.
Well, maybe you'll try to create something for yourself once in a while and send me a link of something you've created. Maybe you could read the Tanya or the Tao Te Ching on YouTube and reprogram yourself with even more supreme wisdom, because you're wasting a lot of time.
Well, I'm spending time on other things, but you're right. I think that we should have a creation day, content creation day. I need to schedule it.
That's a good idea.
We'll plan for it.
It's a good idea. Okay, my work here is complete. My work here is complete.
There you go, Jesse. That's how you get at these white Christian Ellen DeGeneres.
I like how Brad says he's not Christian. He's like a Viking or something.
So what happened? Did Keegan say something about anybody's kid that said? No, I'm asking. So.
No, he goes, you're talking for those guys. He goes, yeah, Jesse, I apologize. I already done it. Never mind the fact that I talk shit. And then he went on to talk bullshit about other people. So it's just ironic that the Ellen DeGeneres of fucking Clubhouse is crying about getting picked on and everybody else. But he had no problem calling everybody whores, all their kids demon seed, fucking all this shit. He had no problem doing all sorts of that hound on attacks. And he's like, you couldn't do anything to stop it. So you know what? Oh, you wanted to play? Jazzy's way too nice of a woman and a lady to do that. No one else on the stage is really mean and horrible and evil as I can be. So, yes, KP is. That was great. That was great. Craig will fuck a person up.
And just because you like Keegan doesn't mean he doesn't deserve something. You guys have to stop. Hold on, just 1 second. You have to stop conflating like that's my friend. They don't deserve what they're getting. Sometimes your friend deserves what they're getting.
No, that's all for you, and I'm here to stir the fucking shit pot today.
I did, but it is for you, and it's for everyone.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you're insinuating, and don't tell me you're not, because I'm gonna have to curse you out if you try to tell me that.
You are wrong.
Hold on. You're insinuating because you said Craig gives people what they deserve, and then he said something. You said, but yeah, so you're saying Keegan doesn't deserve what Brad is giving him because he's your friend. Hello?
I never met him.
Hello?
I only know him from this app, and I only know.
So why would you bring up that Craig only gives people what they deserve? Like Brad is.
Because I don't think that Craig is evil.
Oh, you think Brad is evil?
I didn't say that either. That would even work.
So why would you compare? I'm trying to tell you what it feels like when you say things like that. In the moment, it feels like you're saying, but Brad is not doing what Craig does. Craig only does this when this happens.
I'm not going to let you get me and Brad into an argument. I'm not going to fight with Brad.
Wait. Correction. Do you really want me to unleash on you?
Did you hear what I just said?
We've had this discussion before, and you can tell people how it went for you.
I said I don't want to fight with Brad. I'm not going to fight with Brad.
Like, this motherfucker's
You know what? We should do our Father right now. The Lord's Prayer.
No thanks.
I'm a pagan. How the fuck is that gonna help?
No, I mean, no.
I'm literally a Viking pagan. Like, what do you can't tell me this shit.
I mean, pagans and Christians were like, what is it?
Like, I will literally take the Holy Grail and have a good one. I don't pour water and call it a day.
You know, what's really sad is that they stopped doing the wine speciality at church for COVID, and they never brought it back.
I went to a Catholic church once, and I said, listen, Father, I'll just take the cup and give me the chips, because this isn't enough water.
Stop it.
I would say listen to me walk up the stairs. It's good use of your time.
It's just as good, I agree.
It's the same.
But it's just more annoying listening to feet pound on the ground than it is to listen to this, but it's all essentially the same shit.
Really identical. There's no difference.
And if they are.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Low IQ Dumb People talking about nothing and wasting their time. Thank you all very little for coming to another jazzy production. God bless. Health, wealth, love. Peace of mind. Happiness and strength.
I mean, I'm fixing my clothing. And I'm preparing for an event on Thursday night when I'm going to make a few $100s teaching other people how to fix their clothing. I mean, if anything, we could change the title right now to Fix Your Clothing. Save money today, fix clothing now, the FixYourClothing.com podcast. And you could say, welcome back to another exciting edition of Fixing Your Clothing. This is your host, Zach Ruda. I'll be fixing my clothing right now for the next 25 minutes until I've got to go teach a driving lesson. So, thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you very little.
Welcome to the show, Dr. Rick. It is a pleasure to have you here, sir. How are you this lovely morning?
Doing great. What's going on, Sky?
Nothing. I'm sitting here working.
Beer Mosa?
No, I'm all out. Just coffee and
Still
herbs.
cheeseburgers?
Trying. No one's buying. Are you hungry?
Still nothing burgers?
Huh?
What do you think of the jazz show?
I think it's the same jazzy show every fucking day. I don't understand. Like, something new happened or something? She didn't like that when I said that. She said, oh, fuck no. I'm kicking your ass.
No. I mean, I didn't realize there's only 10 replays.
Something like that.
So yeah, there's only 10 replays.
Replay? More like replay gay.
Yeah, and also, like, I mean, realistically, 2, 3, 4 years from now, I would hope that I'm not going to be on this app.
Gee, that, you can't, 2 to 3 weeks, bro. 2 to 3 fucking years, then you won't be on the app? Fucking run for your life now.
Well, I'm just saying, because I want this stuff on YouTube so I can listen to it in 2 to 3 years.
Why?
No.
2 to 3 years from now, you're going to want to listen to Jazzy?
No, fuck no.
2 to 3 years from now, hopefully you're going to be rich or dead. One or the other.
Here's the thing. I like
So listen to my music, ZachDelaRuda.bandcamp.com. Timeless content. I mean, that's good content from 10 years ago right there.
Creating a tarot card music video.
I'm creating a knot made of string. There, I did it. I just created a knot. There. You can't say that I didn't create anything today because I created a knot in a piece of string.
Oh, that's an hour and 30 minutes of the Jazzy Show.
That's a lot. Rick, are you there? Do you have any clothing that currently has a hole in